Ladies and gentlemen, this is PernellBobby, your astrotherapist, helping you to alleviate suffering. We're all going through it, all right? But using astrology, breaking it down into very simple, practical terms. I'm not going to speak to you about these trines and these oppositions. You know, for me, my personal style is just to give you the practical. I break the complicated ass information, jargon, and language in the background, and I give it to you straight direct. My boy Ralph Smart, shout out to him, because he's been doing that for a long time. He got all y'all food. Like, how y'all think he predicting all these events? Okay. That said, this is Sagittarius New Moon. Not New Moon, the Sagittarius Moon. I decided that really in this moment, part of my ascension, part of my expansion of self, for me, Sagittarius sits in the first house. Part of my expansion of self on this moon is to again transcend the boundaries, okay? Transcend the barriers, which is everything Sagittarius related on this Sagittarius moon and Aries season, okay? Both visionaries. Understand this. Fire signs are visionaries. They have a vision of the future. They are here. They got to get here. There's that gap in the middle that they got to fill in with just raw and almost essentially blind, okay? Passion, enthusiasm, life force energy, fire signs, explosive. I desire to do this, and so I do. Now, what's important on this moon, and you would have been when the Sag moon, which is all about our perception, not our physical eyes and what we can see, because that would be more in the space of Taurus with the body, okay, the five senses. But with Sagittarius, it's all about ascension of the boundaries, so that's including the human. All right, Scorpio is the last half human demigod type joint, right? Scorpio is like the gateway, the heart chakra. Everything below it is the lower life human lower levels of human existence, which includes everything: the day-to-day work life, making money, but also your family, right? Taking care of yourself, make sure you got your comforts validated, having communication, social, intellectual stimulation, which is a form of wellness, social and intellectual wellness. All right, getting the right friends, taking the wrong friends out, going through the filtering process of like Virgo. So whatever we get now to, I want to just show you this because you're gonna need this. I had to get a bigger one than ever. I haven't had this since last year. This is black tourmalina. It was tourmalina negra in Espanol, pero it's black tourmaline, and it's like this is really good if you're getting psychic attacks, witchcraft type attacks, like you got people really wishing bad upon you. At Scorpio season, you would have been able to dig deep enough to understand the feelings. Not Scorpio season, but the Scorpio moon that just passed. Sag, you now see these demons. Like, honestly, you see these motherfuckers exactly for who they are, what they are. You don't always have to know, because sometimes, like, understand, like, when we're dealing with the convergence of the third density human world, 3D, what they call it, dimension, but you're dealing with the 3D conversion with the 4D already unseen. More senses are applied, okay? Like emotional intelligence is part like of a 4D, a special ability of like you have 10 feet of electromagnetic energy that you can feel somebody even with doors in between. You can feel energy when it's bad. All right, you ever had your parents yelling and they told you to go to your fucking room, and you're in your room but you hear them still arguing and yelling, and it's like they're in your fucking 10-foot radius. Right now you can see this energy. You can see the auric fields. It's not so strange anymore when somebody says, oh, you were at a funeral with all that emotional fucking grieving going on. Did you just tap into the inner light within you, literally that spark within you, and then expand it outwards to create an invisible shield? Oh, by the way, did you get the upgrade? The upgrade is you can color your shield literally with your imagination. You want it to be white? Okay, you have a dome of protection. You want that shield blue? Okay, great. You may be shielded from different people speaking badly about you. Throat chakra. Oh, you have a green shield, and it's like if nobody is of pure heart and light, let's just say, heart chakra, green, then they can't step in this. And I told somebody today on a call, I said, sometimes I go red. When I'm in a bad scenario, I go red and I go black. Black makes it neutral with like this right here. All negative energy is absorbed directly into the black auric field, and it never touches my internal world. Okay? And then when I go red, I start busting head. When I go red, it's like Spider-Man's instant kill mode. On some real talk, and I love going red. Okay, now what am I saying? On this Sag moon, because you have Pisces influence in the sky right now, being in Jupiter, Neptune, Mercury. This is our mind, okay, how we expand and bring justice, social justice into the world. Jupiter, as well as the mind being Mercury, and then as well as Neptune, spirituality. We have certain illusions that now, with the perception of the moon being our hidden background life, we can see behind the closed doors. We can see the things that were once just hidden, everything in the space of protecting your emotional world by keeping it refrained from the external stimulation. Okay, stimuli, people, environments, media outlets. You keep certain things private. Sag Moon now has the perception to see through that layer of privacy, because that's still on the individual egoic level of why they keep and maintain that privacy. So as a part of this, we are now ascending, okay, beyond every barrier, every boundary prior in existence, especially on a social level, on a political level as well with wars. We are really being able to step outside of the individual narratives that we have, let's say about, i.e. Ukraine in this time frame of existence, or any war, any trauma, any global thing, because Sag is now a collective sign. It has to help not just you, not just the people you interact with socially on a day-to-day basis in your own environment, but the globe, the community, humanity. So as a part of that, what needs to happen is we need to really embrace what we see, understand that yes, it's futuristic, which does make it scary because you're seeing so far into the future. And on top of that, your emotions might be feeling a little volatile. They might be feeling a little bit all over the place, like fuck, a little bit is right here, and like fuck, a little bit over here, fuck, a little bit over here, because a mutable fire will start this excitement and these conversations in all these other little different areas. A mutable fire will start a little spark here, start a little spark here, and that looks like gossip. Now that looks like gossip. That also looks like making jokes and clowning people. That looks like trolling on people. Okay, that looks like literally those type of things, and all for the purpose of mischief. The opposite of Sag being Gemini, and Sag carrying that energy too. They're mischievous, but they're mischievous in a way where they run away way before they have to deal with any of the consequences. So what you can see right now is who has tried to throw some shade on you, who has tried to throw some dark attacks on you, on some real talk, like who tried to psychically take you out, who tried to wish bad upon you, who literally said, man, I wish that what happened to me happens to you. First off, go get your black tourmaline on some real talk. Go get your black crystals so you're not absorbing none of that. But understand, you also don't need this, okay? You don't need this. Understand that you don't need the crystals. You don't need the bling bling. You don't need the spiritual equipment and tools. What you're realizing, and you would have already got this upgrade like a year ago now, that you no longer need to read books. Honestly, you don't need to now do tarot. I got cards over there. You don't need to do the cards. You don't need to have the crystals. What you can see right now with the way you can perceive the future and what's coming, when that convergence happens, 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D, 7 different densities, all right, you already have all of that power within you. The clairvoyance, the clairsentience. If you somebody, you smelling shit, you somebody, you can hear sounds that really wasn't there. You might notice in all of these abilities, you don't just have one anymore. Claircognizant, you don't just have one anymore. You got the whole bag of tricks. So with this Sag Moon, we're now ascending that. We have all this Pisces energies. You have the extra version of spirituality. That Pisces energy will leave the sky, and you're going to lose a little bit more of your connection to spirit. So right now is a time where really focus on like martial arts, okay, understanding the mental benefits and properties of that, to keep the mind of the Sag Moon to focus its fire, a controlled fire in one single direction. An elder flame like Sagittarius, the oldest of the brothers in the fire family of astrology. Guess what happens when that happens? Motherfuckers blow, bro. They blow even on the little small foot fires. Imagine what happens when Sag says rocket blast off. What planet? What galaxy? I'm sorry. That's more like it. And they just go, right? Like to a different galaxy. All right, full ascension. So I'm coming off this message right now from a meditation. It's like a sit down meditation in the middle of the day after a client. Okay, after I ate food, like just calming down before I get back into the grind. And then this happened. I was getting ready to write I was so high energy. I was like, I got a blank sheet right here. I was gonna write a movie skit. I was gonna write a skit for a movie, just so inspired. But the focus flame, if you can do that with this energy in the sky, Aries being the sun right now, go Aries season. I'm so excited. Yes. Yes, when Mercury switches into Aries, yes. But for now, get your Zen shit down, okay? You got about 1 to 3 more days, honestly, depending on who you are. You got about 1 to 3 more days. Honestly, you got about like 5 to 7 more days, if I'm being really real, where everything you happen and everything you're doing right now is going to really blow off in May, but it's going to be the pre-shadow now. If you take a couple more days to really rest, I would even say like 5 to 7 days, okay, to just chill, rest, use the rest of this Pisces energy, this ascension, this time to connect to God, okay, whatever version of God is for you, does not matter the name. Understand the convergence brings all of that shit out. Jesus doesn't matter anymore. Buddha doesn't fucking matter anymore. I love all these motherfuckers. Honestly, I study all these religions. Honestly, I studied the fucking Quran when I was like 16 so that I could marry this Egyptian girl. Like literally. So like, don't come at me sideways in the comments about none of that bullshit. Okay, the simplicity of when you converge, all right, if you was a meat eater and you was a vegan over here, y'all motherfuckers both finding ways to meet in the middle. All right, if you was atheist and you were just all Christian in here, and motherfuckers man to merge with like the fact that astrology is a form of spirituality, to merge with the fact that witchcraft and paganism is a form of spirituality, to merge with the fact that the Aztecs and the Mayans and the Sumerians and all these motherfuckers, they all had their own version. Okay, so Sagittarius Moon is ascending beyond any rhetoric, beyond any noise that is built to cause mischief, to distract you with your flame, rather than focusing in the area of, again, what Jupiter wants out of its children, Pisces and Sag, which is social justice. Okay, it wants abundance, it wants happiness, it wants to really love freely, big and large. All right, and it knows that we as humans can do that if we tap into our more spiritual selves. So if you're not the one to sit down and kumbaya, I want you to try more movement meditations, okay? You can go ahead and fucking hire me on some real shit. You can book an AstroTherapy session. Sometime we're going to do movement meditation. Sometime we're going to do breath work. It all comes in what you tell me you need. You're telling me you need to get your body moving. You got trapped energy in your body. We're going to do a little bit of that, and I'm going to break your chart down. So go ahead, take a reading with me. Book it down below. If you're a woman and you want to come to a retreat, we're only taking on 8 this Saturday, depending on when you watch this video. Oh, my tummy hurts. I need some tea. Depending on when you watch this video, listen to your body. This Saturday we're meeting for one of the first qualifying rounds, taking in 8 women. All right. But other than that, I'm gonna cut it right there. I'm gonna try to do more of these messages, and I'm trying to come up with a cool little name. I think I want to really keep working with the moons right before we get into Cat Moon. Excuse me, I got boogers. My tummy is like raw. Okay, so it's time. Excuse me, forgive me on that, and I'll see y'all soon. This is PernellBobby asking you to like and subscribe, book a service if that's something that you want. Everything linking down below, and I love you.